raise your glasses, go, go, go. You can have it all. I told you, here's to the hearts that you gonna break. Here's to the lives that you gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we gonna have. You don't need money, got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I'd be sad without you. I want you to have it all. 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 I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we gonna have. Here's to you always making me laugh. Here's to the fact that I'd be sad without you. I want you to have it all. You know there's a light that glows by the front door. Don't forget the keys under the mat. When childhood stars shine, always stay humble and kind. Go to church 'cause your mama says to. Visit grandpa every chance that you can. It won't be wasted time. Always stay humble and kind. Oh, the door said please, said thank you. Don't steal, don't cheat, and don't lie. I know you got mountains to climb, but always stay humble and kind. When the dreams you're dreaming come to you, when the work you put in is realized, let yourself feel the pride, but always stay humble and kind. Don't expect a free ride from no one. Don't hold a grudge or a chip, and here's why. Bitterness keeps you from flying. Always stay humble and kind. Know the difference between sleeping with someone and sleeping with someone you love. I love you ain't no pickup line, so always stay humble and kind. Oh, the door said please, said thank you. Don't steal, don't cheat, and don't lie. I know you got mountains to climb, but always stay humble and kind. When those dreams you're dreaming come to you, when the work you put in is realized, let yourself feel the pride, but always stay humble and kind. When it's hot, eat a root beer popsicle. Shut off the AC and roll the windows down. Let that summer sun shine. Always stay humble and kind. Don't take for granted the love this life gives you. When you get where you're going, don't forget, turn back around. help the next one in line. Always stay humble and kind. If you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you. If you ever find yourself lost in the dark and you can't see, I'll be the light to guide you. Find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. Ooh, ooh, yeah, yeah. If you're tossing and you're turning and you just can't fall asleep, I'll sing a song beside you. And if you ever forget how much you really mean to me, every day I will remind you. Oh, find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. Ooh, ooh, yeah, yeah. You'll always have my shoulder when you cry. I'll never let go, never say goodbye. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. Ooh, ooh, you can count on me 'cause I can count on you. I've been waiting on the sunset, bills on my mindset, I can't deny it. Getting higher than my income's breadcrumbs. I've been trying to survive. The glow that the sun gets right around sunset helps me realize that this is just a journey. Drop your worries, you are gonna turn out fine. Oh, you turn out fine. Fine, oh, you turn out fine. But you gotta keep your head up, oh, and you can let your head down, hey. You gotta keep your head up, oh, and you can let your head down, hey. I know it's hard to remember sometimes, but you gotta keep your head up, oh, and you can let your head down, hey, 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 hey. I got my hands in my pockets, kicking these rocks. It's kinda hard to watch this life go by. I'm buying into skeptics. Skeptics mess with the confidence in my eyes. I'm seeing all the angles, thoughts get tangled. I start to compromise my life and my purpose. Is it all worth it? Am I gonna turn out fine? Oh, you turn out fine. Fine, oh, you turn out fine. But you gotta keep your head up, oh, and you can let your head down, hey. You gotta keep your head up, oh, and you can let your head down, hey. I know it's hard to remember sometimes, but you gotta keep your head up, oh, and you can let your head down, hey, hey, hey. Only rainbows after rain, the sun will always come again, and it's a circle, circling around again. It comes around again. I say only rainbows after rain, the sun will always come again, and it's a circle, circling around again. It comes around, but you gotta keep your head up, oh, and you can let your head down, hey. You gotta keep your head up, oh, and you can let your head down, hey. I know it's hard to remember sometimes, but you gotta keep your head up, oh, and you can let your head down, hey, and keep your head up, and you can let your head down, and keep your head up, and you can let your head down, and keep your head up, and you can let your head down, sing, oh. No. Won't you come see about me? I'll be alone, dancing, you know it, baby. Tell me your troubles and doubts, giving me everything inside and out. And love strange, so real in the dark. Think of the tender things that we were working on. Slow change may pull us apart. When the light gets into your heart, baby, don't you forget about me. Don't you forget about me. Will you stand above me? Look my way, never love me. Rain keeps falling down. Will you recognize me? Call my name or walk on by. Rain keeps falling down. Don't you try and pretend it's my feeling will win in the end. I won't harm you or touch your defenses, vanity, insecurity. Don't you forget about me. I'll be alone, dancing, you know it, baby. long to take you apart. I put us back together, baby. Don't you forget about me. Don't you forget about me. Will you stand above me? Look my way, you never love me. Rain keeps falling down, Will you recognize me? Call my name or walk on by. Rain keeps falling down, 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 down. Don't you forget about me. Don't.
It's so quiet in here. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Before we begin, I'd like to remind everyone in attendance to please remove your hats and kindly silence your cell phones. Also, at the end of the ceremony, please stay in your seats and wait for directions for exiting and our parade on Main Street. Thank you. Please allow me to introduce the wonderful Mr. Tyler Christensen to present the invocation.
Dear gracious Heavenly Father, we are so grateful to be here on this beautiful day, celebrating our graduation. We want to thank the staff and the teachers who have helped us through the past 4 years with this incredible journey, and we're grateful to be the people we are today from them. We also want to bless that our minds will be clear with our future and what lays ahead. We want to thank all of our families and friends who are able to be here through this crazy time. We're grateful for the people who allowed this day to be possible. We want to bless that we'll be safe and careful throughout our lives, and thank you so much for the bond we have as classmates and as friends and this journey that we've had together. And I want to say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you, Tyler. Seniors, families, and all of our Bulldog family out there watching. Well, we made it. What in the world was that? There are times I keep asking myself if we are being punked, on candid camera, or possibly in the Twilight Zone. At one point, we weren't even sure if we were going to be able to make this happen. Yet, with a little grit, ingenuity, here we are. We have never been happier to see your faces, and we are so incredibly grateful that we can come together in person and celebrate this special day and this amazing group of young people. The Broadwater High School class of 2020, a class with vision. Nice one, seniors. These have most definitely been challenging times for all of us, and every time we had to clear another 2 weeks of your events and activities off of this calendar, or hear classroom bells echo in empty hallways, our hearts broke for you and all of your losses. It's easy to get caught up in the emotion and sadness of these moments, but at some point, we have to embrace what is, move forward, and start looking for the light. With the landslide of things that have been canceled, it's time to start embracing what is not. Sunshine and fresh air are not canceled. Kindness and compassion are not canceled. Friendship and love are not canceled. Laughter is not canceled. Hope and happiness are not canceled. Being a good human being is not canceled. Family and community are not canceled. Just look at the outpouring of love and support for our students in our school during this time. Music and dancing are also not canceled, and we are going to continue to shake it off. Learning is definitely not canceled. Together, we learned how to become virtual principals, teachers, and students. We learned how to Zoom, Google Meet, live stream, YouTube, and iMovie. It took a few of you a couple of weeks or longer to figure this out, but you did, with the help of your teachers, constant efforts and encouragement, and a swift virtual kick in the pants every now and then. Finally, your accomplishments, your graduation, and your futures are most definitely not canceled. Sitting here today is proof of that. Congratulations, seniors, you have arrived. If this crazy experience has taught us anything, is that we are capable of continuing to do amazing things no matter how challenging or unusual the circumstances are. That sometimes we need to reach out and hold other people up. And when life gives you lemons, forget the lemonade and go for the whole lemon meringue pie. Seniors, you have touched our hearts. We are incredibly proud to call you ours, and we will miss you dearly at BHS. It is my honor to introduce this year's salutatorian and valedictorians. Please stand as I call your names. Salutatorian Jordan Jensen. Valedictorians, Anna Berg, Savannah Delger, Parker Huffnagel, Taylor Noyes, Leah Schritz, Hayden Stubendeck, and Daniel Wise. That's right. There are 8 students at the top of the academic ladder in this class. Bravo. Please turn your attention to the wall on the left side of the stage to enjoy their combined speech.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We'd like to tell you all about the great qualities our class holds, and to do this, we will be counting down the top 10 characteristics of the Broadwater High School's class of 2020.
Starting at number 10, the class of 2020 is very innovative and loves to take on all the new trends. Social media has grown with our class, and we would all be lying if we didn't partake in it. Snapchat became cool in our middle school days, and in previous months, timed photos were introduced to us. It quickly spread, and extra time in class or in the hallways became prime photo opportunities. Jumping in the air 1,000 times, hitting our heads off of ceilings, and pictures with teachers all became the new entertainment for our class. Along with Snapchat, a new app was popularized by our class, TikTok. Sharing and watching TikToks was how many of us stayed productive in class. Learning and creating dances to famous songs helped many of us survive quarantine.
And at number 9, the class of 2020 is very passionate in all that we do. Take Mr. Hollow's guitar class sophomore year, for example, where we were so passionate about finishing our homework that was due the next period that we somehow forgot to actually practice playing the guitar. Sorry for making you so frustrated, Mr. Hollow, but at least playing tests were a little more entertaining than usual. And hey, if we hadn't annoyed you to the point of getting rid of guitar classes completely, you wouldn't have been able to have jazz band or any of those other classes. So, in a sense, our passion for procrastinating all of our assignments was actually a blessing in disguise to you. So, you're welcome.
The 8th characteristic of the class of 2020 is that of professionalism. With a class of exceptional students, state champions, and our own slew of state officers and national competitors in both Skills USA, FFA, BPA, and even FCCLA, our day-to-day behavior is quite professional. And one phenomenal example of our professionalism that comes to mind is that of our senior picture day. On this day, the class of 2020 was dressed to the absolute nines. Tyler Christensen was in an Elmo costume matching with Hayden's Sully costume from Monsters, Inc., both of which were made for quite small children. And who could forget Parker's incredible duck mask and the slew of leis that most of our class wore that day. And of course, since we wanted all of our names to be tied to these images and to our correct pictures, we of course gave our wrong names to the picture takers and our wrong name cards to the man running that scene. So the professional attire of that day truly serves as a great example of how incredibly professional and professionalism that radiates from the class of 2020.
Number 7, the class of 2020 is persuasive. We know exactly how to get our way with things. For example, our chemistry class junior year accomplished something that many thought was impossible. We persuaded Mr. Schindel to let us eat ice cream during class, not once, but for an entire month. How? Well, first we discovered his only weakness, ice cream. Then we proposed an offer he couldn't refuse. We would bring him ice cream every day, and he would let us eat some in class. Of course, it worked. We spent the last month of junior year enjoying a sweet treat every day in chemistry. We even made a schedule on the whiteboard so everyone knew whose turn it was to bring the ice cream that day. With our smarts and our stubbornness combined, the class of 2020 can make anything happen.
Trait number 6. The class of 2020 is very creative, and one of our examples of creativity was our pranks. Our first successful prank was pulled the last day of our junior year when Tyler Christensen and I filled Hayden Stubendeck's entire truck with shredded paper. Other pranks included lockers filled with cotton balls, saran-wrapped vehicles, and truck windshields painted green. We admit, our creativity may have made a few classmates angry at the time, but they brought us closer together in the long run and made memories that will last a lifetime.
Number 5, our class has been awarded an exuberant amount of scholarship award money. Our schoolwork is a priority, and we never let ourselves be distracted in the classroom, except for the time Mr. Robichon had chocolate melted on his pants, and the time Mrs. Ashman made us grilled cheese sandwiches. Oh, and then there was the time we had pie in Mrs. Wiley's, and the time we talked about anything but computers in Mr. Horn's desktop class. But as I was saying, we are a studious class who is focused, driven, and never distracted.
Trait number 4 is commitment. Since the beginning of our high school careers, this class has been committed in everything that we've done. Our class was very committed in all the sports that we participated in, which included football, cross country, volleyball, speech and drama, basketball, wrestling, tennis, and track. In fact, Tyler Christensen passed out while running at the state cross country meet because he was pushing himself to the max. If that's not a testament to our commitment, I don't know what is. This commitment helped our volleyball team make it to state for the first time in many years, and it also helps the wrestlers compete among the best in our state tournament. In addition to our class's commitment in the gym, the class is very committed to our clubs in and out of school. These included 4-H, FFA, EPA, NHS, Youth Council, Student Council, FCCLA, Skills USA, and Interact. We also had a lot of representation from Broadwater High School at the state levels of these clubs. From clubs, sports, and even schoolwork, this class has been phenomenal. We have been committed to a variety of activities throughout high school, and our commitment will prove to be very helpful as we enter into our futures beyond high school.
Confident is trait number 3. The class of 2020 is full of outgoing and strong individuals. However, we all showed it in a few unique ways, especially in fashion. To start at the beginning, the years leading up to middle school were very confusing. For girls, dressing as boys was much easier. This included a sporty look that consisted of tall knee-high socks that were usually neon, thick headbands, and basketball shorts. As we entered high school, new fashion was introduced, or maybe the lack of. For Ethan, this entailed running through the halls without clothing. This trend maybe didn't catch on, but his curly hair did. Perms became all the rage, and I'm not talking about girls. Dozens of boys, including all of the boys' cross-country team, got perms. Lastly, there was a few fashion fails and malfunctions. One that sticks out the most is Peyton casually asking me if there was a small hole in the back of her leggings. Little did she know that the seam of her leggings had completely come loose, and she quickly needed assistance to find cover.
Number 2, we are successful. If there is anything that our class isn't, it's a group of failures. Actually, I would go as far as to say that each one of us is a champion of sorts. No matter the endeavor we face, we always somehow rise to the top. When it comes to us being champions, though, I feel that it would be appropriate to recognize the somewhat sizable elephant in the room, that of which would be COVID. The fact that we were able to pull off a success like this in the midst of our current situation, that's more than enough to label us as, well, champions. But of course, there is an abundance of tangible evidence to prove that we are successful as well. Academically, we are insane. Having about 17% of our class composed of valedictorians is pretty amazing for a class with more than 6 people, I would say. However, if I were to prove our success only through academics, I wouldn't be showing our class any justice. That is because success can be defined in many ways. And we practically found enough definitions to fill an entire dictionary. Between the various clubs, sports, and activities we're all involved in, it would be safe to say that there is one thing that each of us succeeds in. Because of that, I feel that what I said, with each of us being champions, wasn't all that much of an exaggeration. I confidently feel that each one of us has one small thing that we can confide in and succeed at. After all, that's just who we are. We are successful.
The top trait of the Broadwater High School class of 2020 is also sponsored by coronavirus. When this whole pandemic started, I think every one of us is guilty of at least silently hoping we'd get a little time off school. However, when sports seasons, proms, state conventions, and other spring events started getting canceled, we regretted our hastiness in hoping for school cancellations. But regardless of the changes life threw at us, we've remained adaptable. Adaptable to a new style of learning, adaptable to a new lifestyle, and adaptable to the other unknowns that came our direction. I encourage you all to take this flexibility and adaptability into your lives beyond the doors of BHS. If you combine your adaptability with Dalton's 4 Ds of self-defense, you'll be able to dodge the negativity of loss, duck below the disappointment of failure, dip beneath the hidden blows of life, and dive away from poor decisions.
Broadwater High School graduates of the class of 2020, you are innovative, passionate, professional, persuasive, creative, studious, committed, confident, successful, adaptable learners who will conquer new heights and achieve greatness.
You are remarkable individuals who are exceptional sons, daughters, siblings, grandkids, nieces, nephews, cousins, classmates, and friends.
However, we know that none of us would be the people we are today without the help of some extraordinary individuals who we'd like to express our gratitude to right now.
We'd like to extend our first thank you to our families in the audience today. We are so glad you're able to watch us graduate and share this monumental occasion with us. We could not express our thankfulness in words for your support, love, and dedication over the last 18 years.
Next, we'd like to thank those of you who couldn't be here with us today. We understand that through these trying times, it's difficult to be apart, but we appreciate all that you've done to help us become the individuals that are sitting here today.
Third, we would like to express our gratitude to the teachers and administration here at BHS. Your countless hours of hard work and commitment to each of us do not go unnoticed or unappreciated.
This time, we also will extend our thanks to Broadwater High School. Thank you for the memories, the encouragement, and the help in becoming who we are today. Our time here was cherished and will not soon be forgotten.
Finally, we must say thank you to you, Broadwater High School class of 2020. Thank you for being friends, classmates, teammates, and everything in between. You are all capable of achieving greatness, so we encourage you to go and find it. Because Broadwater High School class of 2020, you are a class with 2020 vision. Congratulations and best of luck.
It is my pleasure to introduce Senior Class President, the lovely Miss Savannah Delger.
Our Point of Light recipient this year, although not a teacher, is a part of our everyday lives at Broadwater High School. We may not have to walk into her room every day, but we are all comforted by the fact that her door is always open for us. Whether we have questions on scholarships, need all the help we can get to get out of that one class we're dreading, or we just need someone to talk to after a rough day, there is always one person that we know we can go to. She is by far one of the most selfless and kind people anyone will ever meet, and she is always ready to help in any way possible. Earlier this year, I was panicking over all the different kinds of student loans and what they meant. When I walked into her office, she looked absolutely exhausted, but as soon as she saw me, she put a smile on her face and immediately calmed me down and explained everything to me. Although she was tired and worn out, she never once made me feel like there was a million other things she would rather be doing than talking about student loans. I'm sure there are many other stories just like this one, because like I said, she is always there to help us in any way possible. Our class would have been lost without her help when it came to class schedules, scholarships, college applications, loans, graduation, and everything in between. All of our hard work often goes unnoticed in the hustle and bustle of every day, but not today. The class of 2020 is proud to have chosen Mrs. Audette to receive the Point of Light Award this year. Thank you, Mrs. Audette, for all that you have done for our class and Broadwater High School as a whole. We couldn't have done it without you.
Mrs. Audette's in the back.
Our guest speaker today will be Mr. Cody Hollow. Mr. Hollow is not only our band teacher and pep band director, but he also plays in numerous bands outside of school. Mr. Hollow came here our 6th grade year and since then has instilled his love and passion for music into many of our students here at Broadwater High. He brings energy and excitement to our gyms for all to enjoy. He provides a fun and comfortable learning environment for his students, and he has helped hundreds of students discover and showcase their extraordinary talent. Mr. Hollow has made an immense impact on Broadwater High School these last 6 years, and since it is also his last year at BHS, we thought it would be perfect for him to speak and give some words of wisdom. Everyone, please give your warm welcome to Mr. Hollow.
Thank you. Now, I wouldn't be comfortable on stage here without moving a few things around, so I thought I would have some equipment to move. First of all, I just want to say congratulations to the class of Broadwater High. It's an honor to be here with you. I'm usually just the sound guy and music director at these ceremonies, but I'm glad I could join you here today to say a few words. Who knows? Now that I can check Broadwater Commencement speaker off my list, I'm thinking about throwing my hat in the gubernatorial race. For those of you who don't know me, as Savannah said, I've been the Townsend's music teacher here for the last 7 years. I want to say thank you to everyone in the community. I want to say thanks for everything this community has given me and all the support I've received these last few years. This will be my last year in Townsend, as I've accepted a new job as the band director at Helena High. I'm excited for this new opportunity, but I will truly miss all of you, all the students, all the teachers and admins and faculty, and all the community members that have shown me support throughout these years. I've had the pleasure of teaching these kids since they were in 6th grade. They have always been an amazing group, and for as long as I can remember, have been some of the greatest musicians I've taught here in Townsend. Thank you for all the great memories, and thank you for sticking with me throughout all the years. I'll always appreciate you, and I'll always remember you. I'm sorry the senior year didn't go the way you had planned, but I've heard that spending the 4th quarter at home is a pretty good cure for senioritis. You had things taken away from you that every senior should be able to experience. Your senior prom, the spring musical, music festivals and concerts, those final seasons in track and golf and tennis, various club competitions and everything in between that's been canceled. And all the moments in the halls, classes with your favorite teachers, and bus rides with your teams and coaches. But hopefully, some of these missed opportunities have led to new discoveries and challenges for you. While these last few months have been strange, to say the least, this is no time to mourn. This is a time to celebrate, and celebrate you will. I hope when you look back on high school and your senior year, you remember all the good times. The list of accomplishments this class has earned would take too long to name, but I'd like to highlight a few of them right now. Many of the seniors right here were key contributors on the state drama champs this year and crucial members on the great girls basketball team that took 3rd place at state a few years ago. And we'll all remember the amazing run the volleyball team had this year. And all the success in football, wrestling, volleyball, cross country, however you competed, win or lose, you always did it the right way. I've always appreciated how good of sports you all are and how you just work hard and always put your best foot forward. It seems you've had all the leads in every play for the last 4 years, and all the talented singers and instrumentalists have helped me maintain a tradition of earning superior ratings at music festivals. This class helped found the Townsend Interact Club, and it looked like about half the class was in NHS this year. As mentioned before, we have multiple state officers in about every club you can have in the state, and multiple students have been recognized for their impressive artworks. I think there may even be a couple of winners of the Mr. Bowman's Human Chess Tournament out there. You really are an amazing group. Unique, talented, hardworking, tough, kind, loving, creative, determined, humble, extremely intelligent, well-rounded, funny, a little weird, but in a good way, artistic, thoughtful, optimistic. I like to talk up my students in Townsend from time to time, and one of the themes I always seem to come back to is how involved some of these kids are. It's amazing that even with so much on your plate, you manage to not only succeed, but to strive and excel. I have no doubt that you will continue to strive in the future. Whatever path life takes you on, you are ready for it. Continue to put in the hard work, and you will be rewarded for it. When thinking of things to talk about for the ceremony, I kept coming back to the idea of perseverance through adversity. In life, you should set goals, make plans, and stick to them. But sometimes in life, things don't go according to plan. If 2020 is an indicator of anything, it's that sometimes plans change and you have to adapt and adjust. How will you adapt and adjust to adversity in your life? Will you change your plans or be determined to stick with it? You've had a bizarre senior year, to say the least, and yet, here we are on your graduation day. You made it, you weathered the storm. Speaking of weather, say you're planning on going out hiking or skiing or fishing or out on the lake for the day, you might be inclined to check the weather forecast. But we all know that the weather in Montana can come at you quickly and harshly. Much like the sudden change to everything in our lives we all experienced this year. Do you let the weather dictate your day? Do you let the abrupt change in circumstances dictate your life? Or do you find a new way to move on? How will you weather the storm? Maybe it means hunkering down under a tarp for a while and waiting for the storm to pass. I've spent many cold days sheltering on a mountainside with my dad and brother, waiting for storms to pass. Sometimes you're rewarded for your patience and you're able to continue with the journey you had planned. But sometimes you must move on and adapt, even if it means letting some things go. Maybe your plans will have to change, and sometimes that's okay. Those mountains you want to climb will still be there in the future. Maybe you don't like waiting around, so you trudge ahead into the darkness and come out stronger on the other side. I remember a summer trip with my mom when I was younger to visit my grandparents in Fort Peck. We drove through one of the worst eastern Montana thunderstorms I can remember. But I'll never forget how my mom was determined to get us through it safely, and she did. Her toughness is something I'll always remember. So when life brings you stormy weather, however you get through it, you just have to keep fighting, be patient, be determined, and don't give up. You'll always come out on the other side, stronger and wiser. Now, there was a lot of uncertainty regarding this year's ceremony, whether it would happen, how it would happen, where it would be. And I'm sorry the circumstances prevented you from having the kind of crowd you deserve. There's nothing quite like having a ceremony with the only people you've seen for the last 2 months. All those teachers, coaches, friends, and family members are here with you in spirit, and a lot of them are probably watching at home. I want you all to take a moment and think about one or some of your favorite teachers you've had here in Townsend. Maybe it's a coach or a drama teacher. Maybe it's your favorite high school teacher or mentor. Maybe it was your kindergarten teacher. All right, I want you to think about them and think how much they've meant to you, all the great experiences you've shared, the games you've won and lost together, the lessons you've learned and the guidance you've gained. I want you to think of a time that they were there for you, or a time they helped you through a tough time, or a time you celebrated together, or were proud of what you accomplished together. Now, I want you to send some love and gratitude to them, and to show them how much you appreciate them. I've actually set up a Google meeting for all of us. You should all have received a link in your email. If you just flip grid it to your class dojo on Classroom, you should all be able to get that just fine. But really, I want you to thank them right here, right now. So I'm going to ask you that on the count of 3, I want you to yell, "Thank you, so-and-so." All of you. So think of who that teacher might be. All right, are you ready? On the count of 3, you're all going to thank them. And maybe, just maybe, we can imagine that they're actually here with us. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Mr. I was wondering how that would go. It went pretty good. I think I can speak for all your teachers when I say that it has been an absolute pleasure knowing you and going through this journey with you. The amazing musicians that you'll see later in the ceremony put the music for the senior song together very quickly, 1 rehearsal and 1 recording session. I'm very proud of how the song turned out, and I hope everyone really enjoys it. I've been revisiting some of the old songs we've performed throughout the years at these graduation ceremonies, and they all have some of the same themes throughout: enjoying the ride, appreciating the journey, being there for each other through thick and thin, celebrating, coming through adversity. To close the speech today, I'd like to share some words that have stuck with me from some of these songs. The first song is the song you'll hear us singing later today, is Lean On Me, which is actually a song that came out of hardship in Bill Withers' life, and I thought was very appropriate for the moment we found ourselves in this year. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. For it won't be long before I'm going to need somebody to lean on. If there is a load you have to bear that you can't carry, I'm right up the road. I'll share your load if you just call me. I still have friends from my graduating class that I love as much as the day we graduated. Be there for each other and help each other weather the storm. Sometimes it really is as simple as a text or a phone call. And if you ever need anything, don't hesitate to reach out to me and then your community here in Townsend. Now, I've been here for 7 years, and I wouldn't say that I've gone country, but I'd say one thing I've grown to really appreciate about this community is the kids that you've brought up are respectful and kind and humble and some of the most hardworking kids I've ever met in my life. And one of the songs that really stuck with me is the song Humble and Kind, and I'd like to say a few words from that song. Hold the door, say please, say thank you. Don't steal, don't cheat, and don't lie. I know you have mountains to climb, but always stay humble and kind. When those dreams you've been dreaming come to you, when the work you've put in is realized, let yourself feel the pride, but always stay humble and kind. And this line has always really stuck with me. Don't take for granted the love that life gives you. When you get where you're going, don't forget, turn back around. Help the next one in line, and always stay humble and kind. You've already done so much for so many kids in this town, whether you know it or not. You've inspired the next generation to excel like you have. Your greatness has left a lasting legacy. And finally, because you weathered the storm and came out stronger on the other side, I would like to offer a few notes in song. Before that, I'd like to just say one more time, a heartfelt congratulations and good luck. I have no doubt the Broadwater High School class of 2020 will achieve great things, the class with a clear vision. And in that spirit, I'd like for you to maybe help me out a little bit as I sing one final song. Are you ready? All right, you ready? Here we go. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Oh yes, I can make it now, the pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is that rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue skies. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Thank you.
Woo! Thank you, Mr. Hollow, for all you have done for our school and students. We will wish you all the best on your next great adventure, and we will miss you greatly. One more round of applause for Mr. Hollow. It is my absolute honor to recognize our seniors who will be joining the armed services after graduation. Please stand as I call your names. Brock McDade. United States Military Academy, West Point. Woo! Spencer Olson. Army Reserves. We are extremely proud to have these students represent their high school, their families, and their community by serving our country. To describe the class of 2020 as successful would be a serious understatement. They are ridiculously successful. It is my pleasure to announce this year's scholarship and award winners. After each announcement, the seniors will lead you in the infamous power clap. And when I call your names, please stand and receive your honors. Anna Berg. Broadwater Community Foundation Scholarship, Lewis and Clark Republican Women Cindy Forbes Scholarship, Montana State University Premier Scholarship, Montana STEM Scholarship, NHS Scholarship, Ray Doig Memorial Scholarship, T. Eugene Young Montanans Promise Scholarship, Troy Helmick Memorial Scholarship. Cole Chatrand. FFA Alumni Scholarship, Lions Club Grant Award. Tyler Christensen, NHS Scholarship. Savannah Delger, Barbara Kircher Memorial Fund's Broadwater Community Health Foundation Scholarship, BH Class of 1988 Scholarship, Broadwater Community Foundation Scholarship, Frank Holloway Rotary Scholarship, Lori McCarthy Scholarship, Montana State University Premier Scholarship, Montana STEM Scholarship, and NHS Scholarship. Tanner Ecker, Kearns Family Scholarship, U of M Academic Achievement Scholarship. Zoe Everett, Helena College, My Young and Andy Schmidt Scholarship, Tracy Foundation Scholarship. Sabrina Hahn, Fred and Joy Meyer Memorial Scholarship, Lori McCarthy Scholarship, NHS Scholarship, Townsend Garden Club, U of M Montana Academic Achievement Scholarship. Nathan Hill, Broadwater Community Foundation Scholarship, Broadwater County 4-H Leadership Scholarship, Montana County Farm Bureau Scholarship, Montana 4-H Foundation Scholarship, Montana State University Premier Scholarship, Montana STEM Scholarship, MSU James A. Cummings Civil Engineering Scholarship, MSU Sletton Family Scholarship, NHS Scholarship, the Nile Foundation Scholarship, and Vigilante Electric Corporative Leadership Award. Parker Huffnagel, Arizona State University Presidential Scholarship, Broadwater Community Foundation Scholarship, C.R. Kriminger Scholarship, Governor's Office of Community Service Youth Serve Montana Scholarship, Lori McCarthy Scholarship, Mel Pottruff Rotary Scholarship, NHS Scholarship. Jordan Jensen, Montana STEM Scholarship, Montana University System Honors Scholarship. Jaden Lamb, Carroll College Athletic Scholarship for football, Carroll College Trustee Academic Scholarship. Will Lane, Broadwater Conservation District 10 Ted Flynn Memorial Scholarship, Fred and Joy Meyer Memorial Scholarship, Lori McCarthy Scholarship, Rotary Interact Club Outstanding Member Scholarship, Ted Flynn Memorial Scholarship. Taylor Noyes, Alan and Jeanette Blackburn Scholarship, American Legion Post 42 Scholarship, Broadwater Cattle Women Scholarship, Broadwater Community Foundation Scholarship, Broadwater Conservation District Ted Flynn Memorial Scholarship, Broadwater County Farm Bureau Scholarship, Broadwater County 4-H Leadership Scholarship, Elks Most Valuable Student Scholarship, FFA Alumni Scholarship, Governor's Office of Community Service Youth Serve Montana Scholarship, Heisman High School Scholarship, Halling White Rotary Scholarship, Lori McCarthy Scholarship, Montana 4-H Foundation Nutrient Egg Solutions 4-H Scholarship, Montana State FFA Foundation Scholarship, Montana State University Premier Scholarship, Montana STEM Scholarship, MSU Charles F. Gumprecht Egg Scholarship, National FFA Foundation Scholarship, National Honor Society 2020 Scholarship, NHS Scholarship, Northwest Farm Credit Services Scholarship, Ray Doig Memorial Scholarship, Seroptimus International of Helena Margaret Shivers Memorial Scholarship, Townsend Garden Club Scholarship, Tracy Foundation Scholarship, Vigilante Electric Cooperative Leadership Award, and the William Warren Flynn Memorial Scholarship. Wow. Well done, Taylor. Spencer Olson, Fred and Joy Meyer Memorial Scholarship, Hamlin University Honors Scholarship, Hamlin University Business Scholarship, and NHS Scholarship. Ricky Osborne, Cotter Foundation Scholarship. Sterling Owens, Cotter Foundation Scholarship. Leah Schritz, MSU Sletton Family Scholarship. Aiden Scott, Carroll College Tuition Scholarship. Ronnie Steele, NHS Scholarship, Reach Higher Montana Get a Jump on Scholarships Award. Hayden Stubendeck, Broadwater Community Foundation Scholarship, Montana STEM Scholarship, Montana University Systems Honors Scholarship, NHS Scholarship, and Rotary Interact Club Outstanding Member Scholarship. Tyler Thompson, FFA Alumni Scholarship, Montana Tech Gold Scholarship, NHS Scholarship, Townsend Rodeo Club Scholarship, William Warren Flynn Memorial Scholarship. Peyton Vogel, Broadwater Community Foundation Scholarship, Holy Cross Women of Faith Scholarship, Ray Doig Memorial Scholarship, Townsend Garden Club Scholarship, U of M Western Athletics Scholarship for Volleyball, Vigilante Electric Co-op 2020 Leadership Award, and the William Warren Flynn Memorial Scholarship. Jeremiah Wishman, MSU Northern Merit Scholarship, NHS Scholarship, Wyatt Winfield Scholarship, and the William Warren Flynn Memorial Scholarship. Daniel Wise, Colorado School of Mines Academic Award, NHS Scholarship, and Rotary Interact Club Outstanding Member Scholarship. On behalf of Broadwater High School, we would like to express our sincere gratitude and appreciation to the donors of these scholarships and awards. Your generous support of our students is greatly appreciated. You have just witnessed the awarding of over $535,000 in scholarships to Broadwater High School graduating class of 2020. Congratulations, well earned. It is now my pleasure to present the virtual BHS Senior Band and Choir Ensemble under the direction of Maestro Cody Hollow to perform Lean on Me.
Sometimes in our lives we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow.
Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on.
Please swallow your pride. If I have faith, you need to borrow. No one can fill those other needs that you won't measure.
You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. There is a love you have to bring that you can't carry on. Right on the road, I'll share your love if you just call me. Call
Well done. That was excellent. See, we've learned a lot. Now for the moment we have all been waiting for, the presentation of diplomas. It's finally here. It is my distinct privilege as the principal of Broadwater High School to announce that the following individuals have met the requirements set forth by Townsend Public Schools Board of Trustees and the state of Montana to receive their high school diplomas. All right, front row, ready? Ethan Henry Bennett. Anna Cecilia Berg. Justin Andrew Bergstad. Anthony Michael Bodel. Dalton Michael Joseph Bird. Cole Lewis Chatrand. Aaron Tyler Christensen. Savannah Christie Delger. Hunter Talmadge Dobbs. Tanner Colton Ecker. Zoe Bree Everett. Jared James Gustovich. Pretty good, seniors. Sabrina Austin Hahn. Easton James Held. Nathan Fisher Hill. Ethan Charles Hoff. Parker Scott Huffnagel. Zach Eric Eidland. Jordan Gregory Jensen. Jaden David Lamb. William Wyatt Lane. Rebecca Julianne Michelle Larson. Jonathan Tyrus Mainwaring. Congrats, John. Kiana Michelle MacArthur. Brock Taylor McDade. Nathan Leo Marr. Taylor Ray Noyes. Spencer Thomas Olson. You're getting hugged. Ricky Elizabeth Osborne. Sterling Marie Owens. Congrats, Sterling. Courtney Nicole Paveo. Congrats, Courtney. Megan Nicole Saltzman. Leah Page Schritz. Aiden Clinton Scott. Ronnie Mae Steele. Congrats, Ronnie. Rowan Stevens. Congrats, Rowan. Hayden James Stubendeck. Congrats, Hayden. Cecilia Jean Tharp. Jyler D. Thompson. Congrats, Jyler. Peyton Mackenzie Vogel. Congrats, Peyton. Jeremiah James Wishman. And Daniel Edward Wise. At this time, we would like to present the senior class slideshow. This is normally part of the senior banquet, but because that didn't happen this year, we decided to go ahead and include it as part of their graduation ceremony.
I'm gonna need you to raise your glass. I don't care what you put in it. Here's the nights that you can't take back. We live hard, but we love to laugh. And we all thought that we'd get rich fast. Hopped the plane out for greener grass. Found out the greenest cash don't compare to the friends that last. See, we won't forget where we came from. The city won't change us. We beat to the same drum. No, we won't forget where we came from. The city can't change us. We beat to the same drum, the same drum. No matter where we go, we always find a way back home. So here's to the cheap sunglasses, Red Bull and minivans, and people who had your back when the world didn't understand. See, we won't forget where we came from. The city won't change us. We beat to the same drum. No, we won't forget where we came from. The city can't change us. We beat to the same drum, the same drum. No matter where we go, we always find a way back home. No matter where we go, we always find a way back home. When time's losing and we're losing touch and fading away, we'll still be raising our cups to the same damn thing. Oh no, this city won't change us. Oh no, this city won't change us. Oh no, this city won't change us. Oh no, this city won't change us, won't change us. Hey, la da 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 da. we always find our way back home. Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. Hold on to me as we go, as we roll down this unfamiliar road. And although this wave is stringing us along, just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home. Settle down, it'll all be clear. Don't pay no mind to the demons, they fill you with fear. The trouble it might drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home. Settle down, it'll all be clear. Don't pay no mind to the demons, they fill you with fear. The trouble it might drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home.
I always knew this day would come. We'd be standing one by one with our future in our hands. So many dreams, so many plans. I always knew after all these years there'd be laughter, there'd be tears, but never thought I'd walk away with so much joy but so much pain. And it's so hard to say goodbye, but yesterday's gone. We gotta keep moving on. I'm so thankful for the moment. So glad I got to know you. The times that we had, I'll keep like a photograph and hold you in my heart forever. I'll always remember you. Another chapter in the book. Can't go back, but you can look. And there we are on every page. Memories I'll always save. Up ahead, only open doors. Who knows what we're heading towards? I wish you love, I wish you love. For you the world just opens up. But it's so hard to say goodbye. Yesterday's gone. We gotta keep moving on. I'm so thankful for the moment. So glad I got to know you. The times that we had, I'll keep like a photograph and hold you in my heart forever. I'll always remember you. Every day that we had, all the good, all the bad, I'll keep them here inside. All the times that we shared, every place, everywhere, you touched my life. Yeah, one day we'll look back, we'll smile and we'll laugh, but right now we just cry. 'Cause it's so hard to say goodbye. Yesterday's gone, we gotta keep moving on. I'm so thankful for the moment. So glad I got to know ya. The times that we had, I'll keep like a photograph and hold you in my heart forever. I'll always remember you. I'll always remember. I'll always remember.
Well done, seniors. Thank you for sharing your memories with us. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending this ceremony and helping us celebrate this unforgettable occasion and year in these people's lives. It is with love and great excitement for their bright, bright futures that I present to you the graduated class of 2020.
So like a screw the benediction. I guess I'm not doing a benediction then.
Seniors, remember where you're headed. Oh no, cool. I owe Cole an apology as I forgot the benediction. Apologies, Cole. Everyone for exiting. Families, you can please exit the gym one group at a time. You can go this way or out the side door, keeping obviously social distancing in mind. You may join your graduates by their cars on Broadway Street for the parade. And hello, viewers, everybody out there, please join us on Broadway for our seniors. Line up behind the fire truck starting at the corner of South Pine and Broadway towards Heritage Park. Parade begins whenever we get there. See you, and thanks for attending the ceremony. To Broadway. Thank you, guys.